everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Rodgers' Packers going up against Newton's Panthers. With that, let's get up to Charlotte, North Carolina, as we bring in our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. And he'll take it back. To about the 19-yard line. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll run for the first time with Lacy. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
How about the defensive linemen? That's where a good run defense begins, with the guys up front. When they hold the line, hold the point of attack, that allows everyone else to get there and make tackles.
Off the play fake to Lacy. Here's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. He'll rifle it, try to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. This is Stewart again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Benjamin, the man in motion left. And the inaugural carry here for Fozzie Whitaker. He got 29 yards that time.
I know it's all smiles on the offensive side of the ball right now, but you and I both know the entire mindset was just pick up the first down. What do you call that? One of those gravy plays?
Gravy, absolutely. They got more than they bargained for.
Love the way it turned out for them. Couldn't imagine going into the play that they thought this would be the end result.
Yeah, the defense got to be shaking their head, though. Now Stewart on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
On third down, Jonathan Stewart. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. On fourth down, Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up fourth down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. One back is Lacy. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 58 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They'll try to pound it in with Lacey. And he is going to lose yardage here. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and throw the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now that is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb from 10 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. A beautiful fake. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team of on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll try the air now with Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first down, Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And it looks, Charles, like Benjamin is raring and ready to go for the regular season, hopefully back 100%.
No one more excited about that than his quarterback, Cam Newton, because they connected very well when Benjamin was a rookie, to the tune of over 1,000 yards that season. So they expect that and more going forward. A monster-sized receiver, hard for defensive backs to get through him and get to the football.
On first and 10, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mike Daniels in there to sack him for a loss of 6. On second down, here's Newton. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Mike Daniels in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order. Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a first and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Four yards remaining now on second down. Again, it's Lacey. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
One back is Lacey, and he'll get it up the middle, across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Off the play fake to Lacey. Here's Rodgers. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Even incompletions have their place. A beautiful deep attempt. They were unable to connect, but now the defense has to think about that the rest of the game. Less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellows in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The best defensive lineman They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they're able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
It's caught. Nelson. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordy Nelson, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And his kick is right through. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And the Panthers coming out now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. And the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
He's got time. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Surveying the field. And he gets it to Funchess complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw on 2nd down is into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And got his man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They juked him, fighting through. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Check.
They'll come out in the pistol. Back to the air. Newton on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
4th and 1, this is what fullbacks live for. They're always the guys with all the marks on their helmets because they love sticking their heads in there to fight for the tough yards. And he gets the tough yards here to give his guys a first down.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 11 on the gain there. And that leads to a Carolina first down. And they're going to speed things up here. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Second down now after the incompletion. They come out here in the eye. Now a 10th carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
He can run for it, and he will. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. He may try and run for this. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Shift together here from the D-line. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. He's got a man. Complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
13 yards there on the pickup. And the Packers are going to have a first down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Rodgers will try again on second down. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And Jeff Janis has it complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only looks for Janis, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And he'll take it across midfield. Yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to air one out. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Trey Boston. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Newton now on second down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Hey, check 24.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it. It's Stewart. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Newton.
Wow.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen from 10 yards out. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they can feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
As a defender, you're eager to be involved in every play. So when the action goes away from you, a lot of times you run after the ball. But in this case, what a terrific job by the defender, staying home and taking care of his responsibilities. It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Throwing up and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Third and 2, Newton. And Genn's got it. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. Newton takes it himself. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And give him credit. That's a good, solid gain there in the sneak because it all comes.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. He's going to keep it again. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They come out here in the eye. They begin the drive with Lacey. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He's got time in the pocket. And complete right side to Cook. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Newton. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a first down carry. It's Lacy. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Rodgers to throw. And look at this. Look at the big man rumble. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Cam looking to throw, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. Oh, I think the Panthers have got it. They did. Carolina football. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
They come out here in the eye, and he motions the wide receiver. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And quickly, they get to the line. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his fullback, Mike Tolbert. And it'll be 3rd and 10. to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Rodgers looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air, that's how they uncover.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Sam Shields. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And, you know, winning is good for all the obvious reasons. But if for nothing else, it makes tomorrow's film session a little more palatable, doesn't it?
Oh, indeed it does. Sometimes it helps you in the grading because the coaches will look at it, and if it's a borderline play for you, if you won the game,